So on the Rowdy podcast last week, in the week on the Rowdy podcast, we heard Greg Biffle say that talking about the 48 team and Martinsville. He said he thought he might have something for Jimmie Johnson, that Martinsville was evidence that they were creeping up and they were gaining something. This just in, Greg Biffle. That was the worst race of the season for Jimmie Johnson. He beat you at Martinsville. He beat you by 1 spot. So even on his worst day, he's still beating you? And you know what? That was his worst race of the season. The only way you're going to beat Jimmie Johnson, oh my, what are you going to do? Is if he beats himself. What are you going to do to make him start beating himself? You got to come up with some mind warfare, mental cruelty. You got to get inside that noodle. Juvenile mental cruelty, juvenile tricks. You got to get your cheater stuff out. Banana in the tailpipe, works every time. The Hair Bear Bunch did that and it worked. Water in the gas tank. Did that to my science teacher in 6th grade. Got in a lot of trouble for that, but it worked. Chewing gum in the car seat, put a little gum in the seat, and he sits in it, and his keister gets all sticky. You get his Achilles. You call Jeff Gillooly. I forgot what I was getting ready to say. I think name calling. There you go. There's never been a better time for name calling. You start calling him Dodo-head. It's getting inside that mind. Like when Bob Pockris, when he says, Greg, what do you think you have for the 48? Say, oh, you mean Dodo-head? Yeah, I've got something for Dodo-head. Yep. Dodo-head. I've got a big can of whoop-ass for Dodo-head. Start calling Jimmie Johnson Dodo-head. Dodo-head's not going to mess with me. I'm going to mess with Dodo-head. That's the way you do it. We get all the fans screaming, Dodo-head. You take him down mentally. Dodo-head. Dodo-head. That's worse than a boo, and that will get in his psyche, and he'll go to a clinic.
Rowdy.com. Say it like it is.
Say what like it is?
Rowdy.com.